Okay, good evening, gentlemen. Sorry about the late time, and I've had anything prepared about this. So say hello to everybody. It's Monday evening. It's the 24th of October. It's 24th of October. Oh, we've got a new prime minister, but who cares? Let me just say hello to people here, and then I'll explain. Whatever. Tinks 1463, good evening. Delayed Dave, Sean Young, Terry Jones, Mark Olive, nice to hear from you, mate. Life Utopia, good to hear from you. Paul Hoskin, hope you're fit and strong. No. Life Utopia, Paul Porticole Brewski. Terry Jones, okay, nice to hear from you. Life Utopia, Matthew Cartwright. Wake, is that Wake? Yeah. Wahoo, I need this. I'm stuck in bed, sick as a dog. Well, I hope you get better soon. I hope we all get better soon. Anyway, I'll explain a little bit in a minute. Alistair Taylor, good evening. Looking forward to the chat. Not long now, you'll be soaking up the Thai sunshine and beer. Well, hopefully, that's all I'm saying right now. Paul Austin, it's nice to be in Patana, be mongered by the bar girls. Okay, I'm just gonna the third man, Patriots is one, Tom Easton. Nice to see all you guys here anyway. There's 89 people in the chat anyway. I wasn't sure if I could do this live stream or not because I'm taking tablets and I'm sleeping an awful lot. I have a little bit. I have physical problems. I do have physical problems. Let's see. I do believe in fairies. Andrew Johnson, nice to have you. Andrew's in Pattaya right now. John TM, and he's having a great time out there. He's retired out there. Good for you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Delayed Dave, normal service has been resumed. Not exactly, mate. Teddy Jones, there goes my early night. It's going to be at 1 o'clock. Well, I wouldn't have to exactly say this. I mean, this might not be too long because I don't really have anything prepared for this. To be honest with you, I only just woke up, shortly before this. Capo 17, Johnny Bay, Barry from EastEnders. I thought you had died. Yeah, okay. Murray Hassel. Hello, Eddie. Can't wait for your tip reports. Okay, McLaren F1 race. Yours travels. Okay, so Gaz 77. Okay, being vulgar as normal. David Coleman. Eddie's going to fight some lions at the Coliseum. I may as well. I feel like Eddie have one of my bloody arms ripped off. Listen, I'll tell you what's happening. I've just got 2 or 3 weeks to go before my travels begin to Southeast Asia, and I've developed some problems now. Some of you will know on this channel about a month ago, I had an excruciating pain in my right shoulder, and it just got worse and worse. And I had to finish the stream because it was so painful. Okay, well that went after a few days, thankfully. But last week I had or the week before, I had a dreadful pain in my right leg, which I put down to gout, which I've had before. And, that was dreadful, but that, meant I couldn't walk properly. But then that went after a couple of days. Now, last week I developed a pain in my left shoulder, which means that I can hardly move my left arm. The problem is that this isn't going so soon. It's hanging around and it's causing me a lot of problems. I can barely move my left arm, really. So it's not good. It seems like the muscle ache is being passed around my body. And if you notice, I'm actually wearing a vest with a sort of, a blanket over me. I can't actually get a proper t-shirt on. I've had to, the last few days, I've had to cut up some old t-shirts in order to get them over my head. And, it's not good right now. So I'm taking tablets for it. Poodle Master. Eddie, so good to see you. Can't wait to see you in Cambodia in December. Love your vest and blanket, by the way. Oh, well, not out of choice. Wayne Care. We'll talk about tonight whatever we do. I don't just want to come in and talk about, my physical illness. I don't want to do that. We'll talk about whatever we need to talk about. But if we lose the plot, then obviously I can't go on with this live stream very long. I'm actually drinking now a flavored water. Wayne Kerr. Oh my God, the multimillionaire is now PM, and they got a clue on what experiences hard times. Well, you've got Ricky. Have we got a picture of him? Can we get a picture? Let's see. Yeah, we got a picture of him there. This is for those who don't already know, this is our new PM, Ricky Wishy Washy. He's going to be the Prime Minister. He's being voted for today, and it's all become a farce. We have Liz Truss, who lasted about 5 minutes, and I actually think it wasn't just Liz Truss that got her thrown out of office. I think it was a Chancellor, a choice of Chancellor, really. I mean, where the hell did he come from? But this is the man who should have been PM before. He's now being voted as PM, and who cares, really? Who cares? I mean, we just feel like we've, I don't know, we're just going through a bloody farce right now. And in the meantime, the economy is, real people are suffering big time with fuel and energy bills and fuel bills and food bills and all the rest of it. And in the meantime, I'm hoping to get out of this country in a couple of weeks' time. But now I've developed physical bloody problems. Try getting a doctor or seeing the National Health in this day and age. Let's see. Johnny B, strange hat you're wearing. That's actually a little TV in the background of this thing that I've got in the background. I just as I try something different. Chugsy, I bet the working class is reeling right now about the new PM. Well, the working class. I mean, what is the working class now? I mean, at the end of the day, you've either got money or you haven't got money. And if the working class was so powerful, perhaps Labour would already be in power, wouldn't they? I mean, it's all a bit of a farce. The alternative, Labour, if there was an election tomorrow, they would probably win. Simply because they're so far ahead in the polls. And I know that doesn't always mean anything, but they would probably win. But then their leader isn't a bundle of laughs. He's not the most, endearing personality, is he really? And in the meantime, we've now got a prime minister that we didn't vote for. He didn't win a mandate. Nobody asked for Rishi. So it's all become a bit of a farce. Nikki Wiltshire, Damon, nice to hear from you. Den Travelaki. I am Tilt. Great background. Yeah, that was I actually took that picture about 30 years ago when I was in Italy. Italy was always was a country I always wanted to grow up to visit, and I went to Rome, Venice, Florence, and other places. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Wonderful. I mean, the thing is, this is 2,000 years of history, and it's all still there. Well, it was 30 years ago when I seen it. Boo hoo, nice to hear from you. McLaren F1 race. Okay, good comment. Danish Bacon, nice to hear from you. Patriotist 1. Are you going to watch the Football World Cup in Southeast Asia? To be honest with you, right now, I just want to get to Southeast Asia. I have problems. What's happened to my left shoulder? Sorry, what's happened to my right shoulder and my right leg? It's now happened to my left shoulder and arm. The difference is this is prolonged. I'm taking all kinds of tablets. The other day, about a week ago, I went down to the doctor's early morning to be told that they're too busy. They can't see me. They can't fit me in. And they actually said, go around the corner and, to the chemist and go and buy some tablets. Some doctors there. So I went to the local chemist and I bought Biafram and paracetamol. They were fairly useless. A few days later, I phoned 111, and they 111, and they told me they got in touch with the doctor and told them to prescribe what is it called? What is it called? Codeine or something like that. I've been taking them the past few days, and they haven't been a bundle of laughs. I mean, the fact is, I can't raise my left arm. I can't raise it. I mean, I'm kind of wondering, am I going to be in a physical position to travel? Because travel is very physical, and right now I'm not really sure. As far as I know, I'm going to be traveling in a couple of weeks' time, but I don't know what the hell's. I don't know what situation I'm going to be in. I really don't know. At least it's not. At least I'm not in the pain because I was in terrible pain before. At least it's relieved the pain, but I can't raise my left arm. Basically, that's basically the gist of it. I'm operating one-handed. David Coleman, now you've got an Indian multimillionaire as PM. I don't care if he's Indian or that he's a multimillionaire, as long as he gets the economy right. Right now, more than ever, it's all about the economy. I mean, people are suffering in this country, and we need the economy put right. The pound is falling through the floor. I mean, people are suffering with their bills. We need it's time for a strong leader, and maybe maybe we don't know. You just got to give him a chance. You just got to give him a chance. But then again, we give Liz Truss a chance, and look how that turned out. Ross Cook, morning Ed from Perth. Not long now until you're back in the land of smiles. Well, I've got my flight boots. I've even got my National Express coach ticket to the airport, and I've got hotels booked. I just need. Oh God Almighty! I'm not in a very good physical way right now. Sandra Taylor, nice to hear from you, Sandra. Ed Sweeney's 20-stone wife back in England. New background. It's uploaded this from. I was just an experiment. I've uploaded this from my video file. I thought it would go down nice. Do you think? Do you think it makes me look a little bit like Charlton Heston by any chance? No, okay. That was a joke. Poodle Master, nice to hear from you. Nick Wiltshire, does anyone know the YouTube comments have changed? See-through with background. No, not quite sure what you mean there now. Harvey Wisdom, even Eddie, not long now. I'm ready to travel, but it's all about being realistic. It's one of my favorite sayings is you have to be realistic. And right now, travel can be physical, especially when you're dealing with buses and trains and planes and large suitcases and everything. Is it realistic for me to travel? You know, I basically I can't use my left arm. Yours travels. Watching a few vloggers in Cambodia at the minute. It's definitely not appealing to me, like Thailand has. I've seen a couple of Cambodia vids. Well, it depends what you make of it, doesn't it? It depends what you make of it, because if some vloggers had gone to Cambodia years ago, they probably would have reported the same, really. But when you get to know that place, don't forget, this is still a very, very strange moment in time. You know, this aftermath of the pandemic. And I've heard somebody saying that, you know, the bars are, you know, are looking good. There's, you know, not, you know, they're rocking and rolling. It's you don't know what to expect. This is a very, very strange time. This, you know, aftermath of the pandemic. So the peak season is almost upon us. You know, maybe the peak season will you know, we'll see it differently. I think the consensus is that everything, either Thailand or Cambodia, they've all crept up a little bit in price. I think they're trying to make up for lost time, aren't they? Poodle Master, oh my God, are you okay? I'm worried about you. Oh no, thanks for your concern, mate. Thanks for your concern. I've been taking tablets and I've been sleeping an awful lot. And here's something else I'll share with you. I can't sleep in a bed. I've actually been sleeping in a chair, in an armchair. The bed is just too, it's the angle. It just puts me in so much pain. You know, so I've been sleeping in an armchair the last, you know, the last few nights, last week, really. So it's you know, it's not good. I'm just hoping that I haven't had an injury or anything like that. It's just this pain has just appeared. Really, the way the others had, I just don't know what it is, and the doctors haven't been very helpful up to now. You know, go and get some tablets and, you know, be done with you. Delayed Dave, nice to hear from you. Patriotus One, prices of flights are getting crazy. 1,500 to 2,000 euros to fly to Bangkok. I'd skip and invest in crypto, really. Oh, well. Barry from EastEnders, where are you heading to first in Thailand? I'll be heading to Bangkok. First. You see, the thing is, I mean, I was doing so well with my exercise. I was going on the exercise bike for a couple of hours a day. I was doing a speed walk on a country lane. Now, I can still, my legs are okay. I can still get on the exercise bike. I can still do that. But I can't really walk very far, simply because walking also involves your arms, you see. What I found when I tried to walk, was that my arms, you know, swinging side by side, it was getting a bit painful, you see. So I can't really walk the same way, you know, in the same way. But at least I can go on the exercise bike. So at least I'm doing a little bit of exercise. Oh, whatever. Yours, Salvas, I had 2 operations on my right shoulder. Bloody nightmare. 2 years before I got the operation. Well, you know, people get these things. I know people who have hip replacements. I know someone who had a shoulder replacement, and I've never had anything like that. I mean, I'm 60 years of age. I've never had nothing like that. Well, you know, maybe my time has come. Maybe it's time that I do start needing it, because this is what happens to people. You see, this is what happens, and I'm kind of wondering. You know, but I mean, up to this, my left shoulder was all right. There was no problem. It's just these problems seem to develop when you're asleep at night. David Coleman, okay, thank you for that, David. Thank you. McLaren F1 race. Have you been to the dock, Eddie? No, they're too important. They haven't got the time for me. Yeah, you know. I visited the doctors, was told that the doctor, because I was a week ago when I got a taxi down to the doctors, and I was in real pain. And when the receptionist finally seen me, like, the first thing I said to her, I'm in pain. And basically they said, you can't see a doctor, we're too busy. Go and get some tablets from the chemist. And it was 111 who eventually got in touch with the doctor and said, to the doctor, go and apparently I'm gonna be getting a phone call this week from the doctor and a telephone consultation, whatever the hell that is. Well, I don't know. I may phone 111 again in the next couple of days. At least I'm not in pain anymore, but I can't really move my left arm very well. Eddie, cancel your travels and go to an old people's home and let them take care of you. Well, I've never thought of that. Vladimir Putin. Sorry to hear that, Ed. I thought the vest was you channeling your inner Arab CNS. Okay. Tom Easton. Ed, the last time I had a trapped nerve in my shoulder, it was bad for over a month. I didn't even barely lift myself out of the bath. I felt like I was being stabbed repeatedly in the shoulder and arm. Well, that's what I felt like last week. Well, at least there's still a bit of pain there, but it's not really particularly bad. I mean, the inconvenience is the fact that I can't really move my arm. Let's see. I do believe in fairies. Get on the Guinness. That'll sort you out. Okay. Terry Jones. The warm climate of Asia will cure your aches and pains. Now, I would like to think so. I would like to think that was true. David Coleman. Eddie, you must be sick. You'd have to drink. Not exactly. This is flavored water. This is. I'm going to have a beer soon. Let's see. What's this? Okay, whatever. 90 minutes in the exercise bag. I'm not gonna put your comment on the screen. David Coleman, the UK has really fallen apart. It's terrible. I think really with regards to Richie, I mean, the problem it's all about the economy right now. We really, really, really need someone who can put the economy right, and you really, really do. And he seems to have a bit more nous about them with regards to the economy than what the others have. Let's just hope that he can perform medicals, but I wouldn't expect medicals personally. I wouldn't expect medicals. Who's that? Vladimir Putin. Richie looks like Roland. Okay. Okay. Paul Hoskin. I've had to pain my shoulder for a while. Do I need to see the doctor? Well, it would help if you can see the doctor. Yours travels. I love the guy. 18 months of Antares. This guy paid me 80% of my salary. It was great for the self-employed over. Yeah, yeah. Right. You went to furlough and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, McLaren of one race. Will Richie pay his bin in Surrey 6 though, Ed? Will he bring stores to a bar? Okay. David Coleman, food is up 10%. Old people can't buy food. There'll be no heat, even blackouts. Oh, Jesus. So let me see that. Okay, let me just get through this. S Travels 4K. He's been doing some great videos. Through the streets of Manchester. I know the other places. Nice to have I hope you a speedy recovery. Try dry cupping on yourself. You can buy the kit online. What is that? It helps with body aches and joint pains. You can guess which city I'm in with your background picture. Are you really in Rome? Are you really in Rome right now? I'd love to see that. S Travels 4K does some great walking videos, and it's really, really entertaining stuff. if you've got videos coming up of Rome, then I can't wait to see them. I really, really like such stylish people, the Italians, aren't they? Those lovely Italian girls and such stylish people. When I was in Italy, the only disappointment I thought I was going to see Lamborghinis and Ferraris everywhere. I didn't. Instead, I seen Fiats and motorbikes, you know. But Italy's wonderful country. Okay, look, nice to hear from you, mate. Look forward to more of your vids. David Coleman. He even said he does not have any working class friends. The prick is too home. Both have pills. He also has a green card for America, doesn't he? And you have to question, don't you, whether the new prime minister's heart really lies in Britain, or is he just using Britain as something for his CV? Is he just is this just another string to his bow? I mean, really, it's you have to question the motives of these people. If he can do well for the economy, I mean, don't forget the governor of the Bank of England in recent times has been a Canadian bloke. I don't care what they look like or where they come from, as long as they can do well for the economy. That's what we really, really need right now. Let's see. Leaving England, Labour don't represent the working class. You're probably right there. Brian Street, evening, mate. Nice to hear from you, Brian. Evening, good to see you up and about. We'll have to watch tomorrow as I'm watching Gangs of London. Oh, that looks interesting. I think is that on Sky Telly or Sky or something like that? Okay, well, enjoy it then, Brian. Nice to hear from you anyway. Terry Jones, you're a true gladiator, Eddie. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that. There's a black distortion above your head. It's cracking me up. It's cracking me up. That black distortion. That is a TV set up there, a little TV set somewhere up there. It looks like an alien invasion. Well, this is something a bit different anyway. Danish Bacon. I thought he had an afro. Capo 17. There was a prime minister named Truss who created a hell of a fuss. She crashed in Burns after a dozen U-turns, then threw herself under the bus. Bloody good. Round of applause for that, mate. Round of applause. Bloody good. Mark Hollock. Many in the States thought Boris would be forgiven for his partying ways and asked to be PM again. I guess he's having more fun making dollars on the electric circuit. Well, yeah, probably. I think Boris, when he flew back from his Caribbean holiday, he thought about it. He thought if the support had been there for him, he would have been back. But I thought it would be scandalous to bring him back. I mean, a lot of people didn't want Boris in the first place. He did actually win an election, which the others haven't done, which Truss or Rishi haven't won. But the idea of coming back would have been the ultimate humiliation. I mean, it's already a farce. I mean, if Boris had got back as PM, it would have been, even more of a farce. Really, I'm glad he's out of the equation. Okay, Ian White, maybe try the NHS out of hours service if you're struggling to get a doctor's appointment. Good luck and take care. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Vladimir Putin, Ed, you sure not had your 20-stone wife roll on you in the night? Could be. Let's see. Woofy nuns. That's a great photo, Ed. Italy is a fantastic country full of magnificent architecture and food. Take your blankets off and show us your hairy nips, I reckon. Okay. I like the first bit of your comment. The dude abides all of these health problems. It's like a black cloud is following you around. I think it's called being 60, to be honest with you. Delayed Dave, you need an anti-inflammatory drug, Eddie. I think that's what I'm taking. It's called codeine. I was recommended to take ibuprofen, which you can buy out of a supermarket, or a chemist. It's not prescription, but it didn't do me any good. So this codeine, I'm taking. It's killed the pain. I mean, I can still feel something, but the pain isn't there. It's not really painful. But I mean, the fact is, I can't go to bed because if I lie down, I think most people sleep on the side, either the left or the right side, and it's just too painful. Whereas if I sleep in an armchair, I can actually sleep quite soundly in an armchair. David Cohen, have some cream with CBD. I have actually got some cream. But it hasn't really worked now. Leaving England, go to Casualty. Oh Jesus Christ! I don't want to be doing. I don't want to be doing that. Bryn Roberts, go to the hospital. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens anyway. Yours travels. I'd get some heat patches on the shoulder. They're great for my sciatica. My lower back isn't great. I'm in the hydrotherapy pool every day, but the heat in Thailand will help. See, this is what I'm thinking. I mean, I know it's a long shot, but I'm kind of thinking, a warmer climate, maybe. I think sometimes when you start, I know this for a fact, or I think I know it anyway, is that a seasonal adjustment. Once October comes along, and all of a sudden the temperature gets lower, you start having aches and pains, because I've had that before, you see. So the heat in Thailand will help. I mean, I'm sure, hope it will. Whatever. Terry Jones, oh, here's a deal for me. Ed, we'll give you the £100. You can change your flight to my name. Oh, that's very kind of you. Danish bacon. The national, as you fell out of a dinghy on a Kent beach, you'll be seen within the hour. May even get a 4-star hotel. That's an idea. There was apparently yesterday there was 80 of the bastards who just arrived in a dinghy and then run off, didn't they? Around Dover, they just turned up in a dinghy, then run off. And the authorities have caught a lot of them, but there's still dozens at large. And apparently one of the illegal immigrants that came across in the dinghy yesterday actually broke into an old lady's home and, extorted money from her and a mobile phone from her. How terrifying for a little old lady is that? How bloody awful. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see, Poolmaster, do you think it's blood circulation issues? I'm really sure I think between him and Hunt, it's a credible proposition. Okay. I hope they don't change Jeremy Hunt. Now that he's chancellor, I don't want to see them swapping and changing, revolving doors on number 10 or number 11. I mean, we need the economy sorted out, that more than anything right now. David Coleman. My arthritis is getting bad. I'm taking too many pain pills. I'm worried. I'm trying to. I don't like the idea of taking too many pills. And taking too many bloody pills. I don't like the idea of it. But it's boo-hoo. It's a nerve in the neck. I'd see a chiropractor. Okay. Michael Gineas, nice to hear from you. How you feel, mate? Well, a bit better, but still not far from 100%. Terry Jones, don't worry, Ed. Everything will be okay. You'll be right as rain in a week's time. I sure hope you're right, mate. Oh, well. Barry from EastEnders, wishing you a speedy recovery, Ed. Okay, thanks, Barry. Cheers for that. Let me see. I'm well behind in the chat here. Brian Street, thanks for that super chat, Brian. I appreciate that. Sorry, have a can. Cheers. Okay, well, I think I will do in that case, Brian, because you've got to have a life, haven't you? You still got to have a bit of a life. You still got a bit of a life. Thanks for that super chat, mate. Oh, look, great to hear from you. So let's have a little teensy weensy look at the chat here. Who's here? Sorry if I've missed anybody in the chat here, because obviously it goes quite fast. El Terrifico, see a doc in Thailand, better than Blighty. I've got a sneaky. I mean, you can't even see a doctor in bloody England. You can't even see a doctor there. Singapore down could be frozen shoulder. I had that, and it took physical to cure it. Okay. Andrew Johnson, go see a chiropractor, Eddie. He or she will sort it out. Okay. Well, I've still got a couple more weeks before I'm scheduled. So I think tomorrow I've got to make a decision, haven't I? I've got to make a decision. I can phone 111 again. If the problem is because they did say, I gave them the details. I told them the truth about everything that's wrong with me, and they said they referred me to a doctor, and basically they said if it hasn't cleared up, then phone us again. So I will phone 111 again, but I've got it's a big decision really, because I mean, at this moment in time, could I physically travel? Because travel is very, very physical when you're dealing with a large suitcase and other things, getting on buses and planes and all this kind of stuff. So I've got to make a decision in the next couple of days, definitely. Paul Hoskin, okay, thank you for that, mate. Touch Farang, nice to hear from you. David, some food is better, but I also fast for 20 hours daily, which helps reduce inflammation. Really, I've been eating less. I've been doing still doing a bit of exercise. Funnily enough, I finally opened that jar of curry today. I opened that jar of curry, and I checking that. Me and my friend, cooked, chicken dinner last night, and the leftovers of the chicken. I made a curry today. It's curry. Today's curry day. Make what you please of that one. Martin Powell, believe me, Ed, I work in a hospital, and the waiting list for surgery is horrendous. There are a few million waiting for various procedures, unless you have private health insurance. The wait for surgery is horrendous. I can believe it. Yeah, I can believe it. I think I might be referred for another body part. I don't want to go into detail. Another part which may require some surgery, but you're looking at 6 months or whatever before you can get it done. So I've just got to make some important decisions over the next couple of weeks. In UK. Ed, I work for the NHS. Demand your doctor to sort out a CT scan immediately. That's the only way of finding what's going on inside. Okay, thank you for that. David Coleman, it does take a bit of time to get into the hospital in Canada, but it's all free. I'll be 65, never had a problem. Oh well, that's good to hear anyway. Matthew Cartwright, throw some drink at the pain, Eddie. Okay, it's not really. It's not. It was painful. I mean, honestly, last week when I went down to the doctor last week, I got up and just get down to the doctor, man, and it was very, very, very painful. And it's. But I discovered I just can't lie down. I can't lie down properly. But the chair, I've got some pillows on an armchair, and I'm kind of getting used to sleeping in the arms, and I do actually sleep quite well in the armchair. But also, this is a vest that I'm wearing here. I've had to cut up some old t-shirts in order to get them over my head, because I wouldn't be able to get them over my arm or head in other ways. Set aside London, the pound will strengthen on the risk as he prepared to tackle a national debt. The market's like that. Okay, that's good. I noticed that the pound is is it's 43 Thai baht to £1 right now, which isn't really that bad. It's not really that bad, really. So let's just hope for the best. Paige this one. I had some weird pain in my legs a few years ago. I got the right medicine and antibiotics, and it went away. Okay, well, that's good. I've had reoccurring, I believe it's gout in my right leg, and it's very painful for a couple of days. But it does go, and now I can at least I can do some exercise on the exercise bike. At least I can do that. Let's see, Nick Ross. So you've been sick. I hope you're back to 100%. Okay, thanks for that, Nick. Chugsy, Italy has Lambrettas, best bike on this planet. Scomadis will do, as they are now extinct, unfortunately. Okay. Up to me. Eddie, get yourself to Bangkok and go to the hospital. Get a full checkup. It's not expensive. Thai hospitals are very good. Okay. The thing is, I've got to 60 years of age and I've hardly ever been in hospitals in my life. I'm kind of lucky. I mean, some poor bastards, I mean, they're never out. And even from a younger age, they're always having injuries, or they've always got medical issues. I'm lucky to get to my age with hardly any medical issues at all, really. But, the law of averages swings the other way, and, it's quite possible I've got it all to come now. Dan, what's history debunked? Interesting take on Sunak there. Yeah, I know what you mean. I did watch him. I always watch him. He's bloody good, he is. Mark Ollig, doctor's clinic recording. We're sorry, the doctor is out of the office on the golf course, playing in a foursome at the Travos Country Club. Take 2 aspirin if needed. Thank you and enjoy the day. That's more or less the gist of it. That's more or less the gist of what I got. I mean, the receptionist, I was standing there. She was on the phone for an eternity, and then and then when I finally got to speak to her, the first words I said was, "I'm in pain." Basically, it was the gist of, doctor can't see you. The chemist is round the corner. Go and get yourself some tablets. Oh well, don't you just love Britain? Yours travels. I think he will steady the ship. He's a clever guy. It's not the right time for an election. I agree. We've had so many elections and bloody change of leaders now. I hope now that it's Rishi, and I hope one of the things you say. I really think the biggest problem that Liz Truss had is that she kind of pulled a fast one on us with her chancellor. I mean, everyone knew that Liz was going to become prime minister because she was so far ahead in the polls. But how many people knew that when she became prime minister? Oh, by the way, this is my chancellor. I mean, for Christ's sake, I mean, how many people, knew that? And he was the one who caused their downfall. I think really before any prime minister is elected, I think we need to know who their chancellor is going to be. Now, the way it is, I mean, Jeremy Hunt and Richie, I mean, they seem to be a good partnership. Let's hope they stay together and get things sorted. It's not healthy to be swapping and changing all the time. It really, really isn't. Seamus Doherty, as you taking any jabs before he travels? No, I've had me anti-virus jabs. Nick Ross, Sura, sadly it will not end well. You must have been to India. I have, and you must be aware what a mess it is. Huge gap between the have and have-nots. Okay. S Travels 4K. Ed, you managed to get insurance sorted for your travels. Avoid Asda insurance. I haven't done my insurance yet. I've got to do that over the next couple of weeks. I've got to make some very important decisions over the next couple of weeks. Alistair Taylor, Asda Insurance does not deliver. They do deliver. They just deliver it to the wrong place, probably. Let's see. Side London, the pound will plummeted there. I think it couldn't get any worse. Daniel Mills, I wonder what the Thais think of Britain having an Indian Prime Minister. Okay. I'll ask them when I get out there. David Coleman, be careful with the coding idea. It'll stop you from really. No, that's interesting that because that's interesting that because I have felt a little bit of that about what you're saying. Yeah, it's I'm not saying I'm constipated or anything like that, but it has affected that in some way. It has. Yeah. That's a good point, that David. Brian Street, I'm on the Guinness. It's working. Cheers. Okay. The Guinness, Guinness. I actually looked at the calories of some beers, and Guinness is not as bad calories as what you might think. But no, But anyway, I'll have a beer. Back in a moment. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so still got 158 in the chat. I mean, if you just tuned in, this was a unplanned stream. I slept in a chair and I after my evening meal and I couldn't get up again. I'm taking tablets, which I don't want to take, but basically, and I'm just hoping that my left arm springs into action sometime, but it's not happening anytime right now. Side London, heat definitely helps with muscle pain. That would be amazing if I did get out to Thailand and find that the heat, really does make a really big difference. I mean that would be amazing. I think that would convince me that maybe Thailand is the place that I need to be. Martin Powell. Codeine isn't an anti-inflammatory drug. I should know. I take it. It's a strong painkiller, which is not to be taken regularly as it's addictive and causes constipation. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's a good point. That is a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's basically the way I've been feeling. I haven't been going as often as I normally would go, basically. Brian Street, trust me, aches and pains go when you land. Felt crap since I'm back. Absolutely. Ian Bowden, nice to hear from you, Ian. Just tuned in. What's up with you? Well, basically, I've had a pain, aches and pains, which has been passed around my body over the last month. My right shoulder, my right leg, and in the last week, I've had it in my left shoulder. But this one isn't going anytime soon, so I have to take a lot of tablets, and it's not good. I've got to make some important decisions, really. Mark Hollow, Eddie, did you try an ice pack for temporary relief? I haven't tried that, but I was given some cream to put on it. But I've tried that a little bit. I have tried that a little bit. I might give that another try. It's actually not, but my shoulder isn't. I can still feel a numbness there, but it's not really in pain the way it was. But it's the fact that I can't really move my left arm. That's the real problem. Let's see. Be careful. And now that you've notified the NHS, your travel insurance may be voided if you need doctors on holiday. You haven't informed them before you leave the UK. Oh, I'll make sure. I'll make sure I'm legit with regard to that. Charlie Bates, get a butt plug. They're vulgar. Them I've seen those on some adult movies when they use butt plugs, and that's disgusting. Not for me. That definitely not for me. Lisa Dale, do you want me to come round yours and sort you out, Eddie? What with a bloody baseball bat knowing you? No, thank you, Lisa. Nice to hear from you, Lisa. Thanks for the offer. David Combs, you said, I hope you can still go on your trip. We all are. I mean, what would be the alternative? The alternative would be, to stay and be miserable like everyone else in Britain is right now. I've got to be on that plane in a couple of weeks' time. I've got to, because I have to be on that plane in a couple of weeks' time because it's I go crazy. I don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I mean, getting out of bed of a morning is a risk. Life is a risk. I know it's risky going abroad, but but at the end of the day, the alternative is that I stay there and watch bloody depressing politics on the TV. Yours travels, won't care. You're crap, but until something's been diagnosed, it doesn't affect your travel. That's a good point, yes. Good point. Good point. Nothing's being diagnosed right now. Nick Ross, the bum rum crowd hospital will fix you up in Bangkok. Walk straight in there. Great. Okay, thank you. Okay, to be fair, Ed, you didn't look very, very unwell. You do look very unwell. I hope it's not serious. We need Asian street meat content. Okay. Let's see. Brian Street, don't give up. Stay positive. Get on that plane. All will be good. Okay. I want to be on that plane. It's going to take something for me not to be on that plane. Something drastic. But you never know when Jesus Christ. You just never know what's going to happen next. You just got to give it a go. You just got to give it a go. Capo 17. There was a YouTuber named Sweeney who spilled gin on his weenie. To tell you the truth, he added vermouth and slipped Lisa Dale a martini. Okay, thank you. Very, very good. Very, very good. McLaren F1 race. Ed, if it's severe, debilitating pain, I think it's sciatica maybe. I know it sounds weird, but just stop moving and rub the affected area of vacancy. Sciatica is bollocks. Okay, okay. Charlie Beer, get a happy ending massage should help. Bloody well, what would those massage girls making me? I'd be right now. I mean, I'd have to read them the script before I could attempt having a massage because some of those girls are a bit rough. Oh no, don't touch that arm. The road ahead. Keep your chin up, Ed. Must be gutting having this ball leg so soon before getting off. You don't deserve it. You kept us all going throughout the summer. Fingers crossed for you, lad. Okay, thank you. Thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. Cheers. We may as well put this comment. She's just to make a comment. Lisa Dale, Nothing compared to the mental pain those poor Thai girls will suffer having you huffing and puffing away onto them. Well, yeah, I should imagine you're probably bloody playing with yourself while you're thinking of this image. You've probably got your vibrator out, haven't you, Lisa? But your fantasy. Yours travels. At the minute, it's impossible to demand a CT scan. They would refer you to a specialist. That takes months. Then you wait months for the scan. £400 for a private scan, and then they need to deal with you. It makes me wonder what we pay our national insurance for. I mean, one of the reasons that a lot of people are reluctant to leave the country is that they don't want to abandon the national health system in this country. But then when you see what all the delays and everything is it really worth what we think it's worth? Martin Powell, during Buparet, I'm considering it, especially as I'm approaching 63. I know it'll be a little expensive due to my age, but your health is more important than anything. Yeah, absolutely. Well, absolutely. Let's see, Ian Barnwell, you need to put your health situation on your travel insurance policy. I haven't been diagnosed with anything at this moment in time. Yours travels, yeah. It doesn't affect travel insurance until something is actually diagnosed. Okay. I am tilt. White clots being caused by Movid jab. Your symptoms sound same as those described by people suffering from these. Infection kills the parasites causing clots. Okay, well, I'm just hoping that the tablets that have been given are going to do the trick. What's this? Manitoba. I reckon this is an elaborate ploy to land yourself some dishy Thai nurses. We've got a conspiracy theory here. A conspiracy theory. Let's see. Nick Ross. Jeremy Hunt is the reason we have so much debt and inflation. All that free furlough money equals inflation. Oh, that was the whole country, the whole bloody country's in a mess right now. We just need someone to just get on with it and put it right. YouTube, Ed, get yourself to Thailand and get yourself a massage every day. Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. Yours travels, codeine does bung the bowel up, one of the main side effects. No, I never really considered that, but I know you're probably right because I have actually been feeling that way. Yeah, I have actually been feeling that way. It's not good, really, really, because it's not good, is it? Bottle baby, just woke up. Eddie in the hospital? No, I'm at home. Alan Hunter, now London tours do changing the guards in the morning and 10 Downing Street in the afternoon. Nick Ross, Eddie, where is the pain? Well, the pain was in my left shoulder, and it's still I can still feel some, but it's not as painful as it was. Maybe those tablets have killed the pain. The problem is I can't raise my left arm. I can't raise it. It's yeah, so it's. I'd like to say that it's getting a tiny bit better, but not really. Not really. It's going to take a long time. Brian C, come on, chat. Give Ed a like for this time and have a chat. Okay, thanks for that, Brian. Cheers for that. Thank you for that. Thanks for that. John Mitch, I suggest you get Thai travel insurance online. because UK insurance always needs your UK medical history to check if you have declared previous medical conditions. Thai insurance won't work direct with the Thai hospitals. Okay, well, thanks for that. Thanks for that, John. I haven't really. Do you know some the number of times that I've filled out a travel insurance form, and I've always considered myself to be lucky. Have you ever suffered many of these things? And I would say no, 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 no. I'm lucky to be able to say no to all of those things. Your luck can't last forever. Sooner or later, your luck runs out. It really, really does. Ian Bowden, I see the Colosseum is behind you, Eddie. Have you ever been to Rome? Have you been to Rome? If so, did you find it very expensive? Well, I actually took that picture from about 30 years ago. I travelled, throughout Italy about 30 years ago on a coach tour, and I went to Rome, Venice, Florence. Expensive. Well, they had the Italian lira then, so it was very, very different. I think Italy went expensive when they got the euro. I mean, it's a capital city. I mean, I know that Venice has become really, really expensive, but they had the Italian lira when I was there. But of course, it's a wonderful city, wonderful place to visit. Marvelous. Leaving England, eat Oberon and take fibrogel. That sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a plan. Paul Hoskin, eat some bananas. Okay. Matthew Cartwright, sounds like you need a Thai massage more than ever, Eddie. Yeah, well, absolutely. That's on the menu. Richie is rich. I wouldn't travel if you're not 100%. Nothing worse than being sick overseas. Don't risk it. Well, what's the alternative? Martin Powell, hope you recover sooner. Take it easy and relax the best you can. Time for bed. Working last night and shattered. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in anyway, Martin. Thanks for your concern. Anyway, cheers. Michael Janaeus, go get some rest, Eddie. You look tired. I've done nothing but rest, to be honest with you. I absolutely done nothing but rest. Nick Ross, where's the pain? Lower back, top of thigh. Where? The pain is in my left shoulder. That's really where it is. Paul, that's the most important thing is your health. Absolutely. David Heisenberg, go to hospital and check it out. As you you may come out to £30 million, man, not the $6 million man with inflation and prices now. Absolutely. Gentlemen, we can rebuild them. Steve Austin, the $6 million man. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm not even bloody worth sixpence at this moment in time. Matthew Carter, get on a plane that you travel light. If things get worse when you're over there, then have a fantastic healthcare system, as you know. Plus, you can have lots of massages from Thai girls. Yeah, okay. Well, I know the second bit. I've never actually needed to use the healthcare system over there. I've just got to make some very important decisions over the next couple of weeks. Boo-hoo, sounds crazy, but try to exercise your arm. I can't even lift it, to be honest with you. Nick Ross, I've had it all. One time on the sciatica, gout, slip disc, heart attack. What is the problem? Well, problems in my left shoulder. David Coleman, Eddie, you don't want to be sick in another country. That can be really bad. Yeah, absolutely. Marazzo, perhaps you should stop the exercise. You may be straining things very easy in middle age. Do you know something? What's gotten me is that recently I have done really, really, really well on the exercise. I've been on the exercise bike for a couple of hours a day, And then I've been doing a few press ups, and then I go for a speed walk up a country lane and back. And I thought, that's not bad for a 60-year-old guy. But now something like this happens, and it's a real setback. On the plus side, I think I've lost a little bit of weight. I don't know how much weight, but I think I've lost a bit anyway. Anyway. Paul Hoskin, I have fantasies about Filipino nurses. Good for you, mate. Good for you. What is it? Daniel Kelly. That black mark on the bar behind you looks like that black mark shouldn't really be shown. That's a TV's little TV set that's mounted in the room. Really, it looks like an alien invasion above the Colosseum. Dave, the fastest way to get it looked at is to go to A&E. Oh, A&E, I've seen A&E. It looks like a bloody dreadful place to be. Capo 17, recovery in a warm country is always the best way to go. Okay. Brian Street, that just looked like a burnt piece of toast above your head. I know I'm not into the funny. That's I think I'll call that the enigma. That's the enigma files above my head because no one really seems to know quite what it is. Nick Ross, you have a pinched nerve in your spine. Well, the spine doesn't seem to be a bit painful, thankfully. Yours travels for 12 months. I couldn't do my job and was stuck at home. I got £6,000 for every 3 months from furlough as I couldn't work because the country was shut down. It was a great decision for the self-employed. Good for you, mate. Anyway, I'm glad you were happy with that. Good for you. £6,000 every three months to be stuck at home. I wouldn't say no to that. Poodle Master. Me too, Paul Oskin, and I'm going to the Philippines in January. Can only do 8 days in Thailand. I think the weed will drive me nuts. I don't think I'll be trying any of that bloody weed there. I don't think I'll be trying. Are they doing U-turns on that? 1 minute they're saying it's got the green light, and the next they're doing a U-turn on it and whatever. I wouldn't be bothered. I bloody if I experimented with that, I'd probably go into the shop when it's legal and buy it. And by the time I come out this shop, it's probably illegal. I wouldn't touch it. Let's see. Let's see. What's this? Charlie Stewart Wright. A&E no good. Doctor no good. Like a couple of chats says, chiropractor will manipulate the trapped nerve. Yeah, well, whatever. I suppose I do need some sort of a massage where with it. But it's I'd like to be able to say that it's slowly improving, but it isn't really. I still can't really. I can't lift my left arm. I can't lift it. I can move it. I can move it up here, this way, but I can't really. I can't really lift it fully. Ian Bowden, that new Frog Beer Bar complex in Walker Street looks like it was designed for younger ages. To me, with DJ booth and flashing lights, would you give it a try? Well, probably not if it's for younger ages, because you do get to an age when you think I can't do this anymore. I'd say when I felt like that a few years ago when I was in a nightclub in Phnom Penh. I was in Pontoon, and I've never been a big fan of nightclubs. But I was in Phnom Penh, in Pontoon in Phnom Penh. It's about 3 or 4 years ago, and I was there and I seen all the people dancing. I thought, I've just suddenly realised I'm too old for nightclubs. I'm never ever coming into a nightclub ever again. So nightclubs and anything that looks like a nightclub is out of the equation for me. So that Frog Beer Bar, it does look lively, but if it's for the younger people and all that, then it's DJ booth and flashlight. No, not for me. I don't think I'll be doing that. Let's see, David Heisman, you've been using muscle you have not been using for a while, as you may have strained something from lack of use. Okay. Brian Street, is that another super chat? So that I have another can. Cheers. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Brian. Really appreciate that. Very, very kind. Brian has recently been in Bangkok, and he had a good time in Thailand. So he's had his holiday. So good for them. Cheers anyway, Brian. Appreciate that. Really do. That's the Carlsberg export, that, by the way. Nick Ross, do you have problems sitting down or going to the toilet urine-wise? I don't have a problem sitting down. As for urine-wise, not really, not really, not anymore. Anyway, not really. Let's see, Stephen O'Connor, he was in Phnom Penh right now, just woke up. So what time will it be? Will it be about probably be about 6 o'clock in the morning, won't it? Just woke up, going to work soon, get well soon. Go get a scan and get it sorted. We need a fully fit head for his travels. Well, I've got to make a decision over the next couple of weeks. I really, really have. Really, really have. But so I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know at this moment. And so nice to hear from you anyway, Steve. Have a good day anyway. Let's see. David Mahoney, go to doctor. Otherwise, wait, including you, we'll be watching Jeff Carter back in Thailand in November. I'm looking forward to Jeff Carter's videos. I really, really am. Really looking forward to Jeff Carter in Thailand. I really am. Well, I know what you mean. Anyway, I don't want to be sitting in England watching other vloggers doing their stuff. Terry Jones, press-ups. There's your culprit. That's probably how you've damaged your shoulder. Well, I've been doing press-ups for years, really, and it's never really. You could be right, mate, but it's never really been a problem before. Never really. Nick Ross, pontoons are gay, but that's been no. It is. I think you're talking about the other one. What's it called? What's the other? Heart of Darkness. Pontoons, some nice chicks in pontoon, but I'm too old for nightclubs. I can't be dealing with that. Paige's just one. Pontoon's a bit overrated and drinks overpriced. David Coleman, Eddie, it's on the drink, mate. You really need to cut back. You eat 3 times more than me. I'm 64 and still ride my bike every day. Sorry. Okay. Kia Bounds, where is Lisa Dale? She was on here before. She's having a bit of rumpy pumpy with her Gambian lover. You can hear them at it next door. Stephen O'Connor, Golden Soraya Mal is more and more is no more, and hopefully Pontoon Club will be gone as well. The whole area is being developed. 51 Street used to be really, really lively, didn't it? You had Walkabout, Howie's Bar, the Golden Soraya Mal was funny. I mean, so many skanky girls. But what I couldn't understand is that a lot of the fellas who drank at those bars were so naive. They'd leave the bloody smartphones on the table in front of them, and then they wonder why they get stolen. I mean, some skanky girl came up to me once, and she had a really expensive smartphone, and she said, "Do you want to buy this?" No. No, she probably just bloody nicked it from some guy a few tables away. But I was sitting there once in Golden Soraya, and all of a sudden it was like a scene from the Keystone Cops. This skanky girl like was running, the security guards and the police were all chasing her through the mall. Oh, terrible place, dreadful place. Funny though, really funny. Daniel Kelly, Eddie, you got sciatica. Not good. Okay. Teddy Jones, Ed the Omen is on BBC Two now. It used to scare the shit out of me when I was young. Wonderful. If it's the original Omen with Gregory Peck and Lee Remick and David Warner, it's a marvelous movie. Marvel. Still one of the great 70s classics. David Coleman, my travel agent, told me it's 13 hours from Toronto to Tokyo, then 6.5 hours to Bangkok. I'll have to do a few days in Tokyo. Well, I wouldn't say no to that. I've never been to Japan, but I wouldn't say no to that. Sounds interesting. Ian Bowden, you'll feel much better, I'm sure, after a couple of days in the heat and sun and all the other pleasures you get off your mind, off the health issues. Okay, yeah. I'm certainly hoping you're right there, mate. Lewis C, hope you get better soon. Try phoning GP surgery as soon as they open to get an appointment and tell them about your other pain in shoulder and foot may be related. You can't really bloody tell them anything. At least I got a response from 111. 111 is it's not an emergency service. It's at least I got through to them anyway. And they did say if any pain persists, then get back to them. Michael Janaeus, don't guess the diagnosis. It actually sounds like frozen shoulder, torn ligament from shoulder to arm. Get a scan. Okay. Peter File. Lisa Dell takes up the banana fritter. Okay. Kev Bound, original Omen is scary. It says he's scary. Still can't watch it. 666. Okay. The original Omen was a wonderful movie, absolutely amazing movie. So I'm going to get another bit of a beer here. Oh, Jesus Christ. There you go. I'm having just what the doctor ordered. Carlsberg Export. Very, very nice. Floris, evening, Ed. Hope things go well for you. Thank you for that, Floris. Thank you. Ian Baum, we're thinking of a few nights at Sukhothai before heading down to Kokud in January. Have you been to Sukhothai? Is that the little town, a little town with the all the monuments? I did actually go to Sukhothai with all the other Buddhist monuments, and I actually got a bicycle and rode around those monuments. I think there's not much else in Sukhothai, but it was interesting to visit. It's well worth a visit. I travelled from Chiang Mai down to Bangkok, but I think Sukhothai, I stopped off there halfway. Yours travels. It's been funny reading all the comments, giving you 15 different diagnoses. Pay for the private MRI scan. Anthony's, it's around a 50 scan. That's £800 scan, but tells you everything. Okay, thanks for that. Live your best life. We were Robbie Coltrane fan. Well, I wouldn't say I was a Robbie Coltrane fan, but I do believe he was a very, very great character actor. He started off in comedy, didn't he? Comedy shows. He played a really, really good part as a Russian gangster in the James Bond movies. Yeah, Robbie Coltrane, really good, charismatic actor. Really liked it. I know he died last week. God bless him. Let's see. Flores, my sister is currently on on day 45 of her 90-day Southeast Asia trip. Although she has spent all of her days so far in Thailand. Well, good for you. Good for her. Anyway, she's obviously having a good time. Okay, so squeaky. I'm going to finish soon. Squeaky door time for the moment. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes now. It's after midnight right now. I know I started this late. I wasn't planning on doing this lousy. And I really, really do thank I really, really do thank you guys for your concern and your advice and everything. Daniel Kelly, Eddie, how are you going to carry your suitcase? Well, it's on wheels. I mean, I can drag it with one arm, really. But obviously, it's. I can actually lift things. I can grip with my left hand, but it's just moving, outstretching my arm that I can't really do. So it's difficult. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Who's this, Mister? Do you problem set? Is he saying setting or is he saying something else there? Is he saying something else? Listen, I've been on for an hour and 22 minutes. Anyone else want to mention anything before I go? I better wrap this one up because it hasn't been the most exciting live stream, but then I just I like to keep in touch with people and I really really do thank you guys for your concern. I've got a couple of weeks now before before my flight leaves, and I just hope that it's all. I 4 months. I'm planning on being away. That's quite a long time. But travel is very, very physical. I know you adapt. If you have a problem, then you adapt, and you adapt along the way. When I say physical, I'm not going to be doing bungee jumping or anything like that. I take it nice and easy, but this could be a setback. I mean, it could sort itself out. I mean, it's good talking to you guys because a lot of you people have said that when I get in the nice warm temperatures of Thailand, it will make a big difference, and it's good getting the feedback from you guys about a lot of things. Let's see. Mr. Jiman, I will get a diagnosis before you go, really. Could be nothing. Could need attention. Well, I've got a couple of weeks to make some very important decisions. McLaren, have a kip, Eddie, mate. Thanks for doing this stream. Okay, thank you. I've been doing nothing but sleep, to be honest with you. Bottle baby. Hope you get better and it happens before you go. Okay, thank you. Boo-hoo. Get well soon. Good night, Ed and Posse. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll say good night to everybody now. Thanks for tuning in. I know I didn't plan this live stream, but it's great having you guys here, and it's great listening to your advice on a lot of things and sharing things with you. As for me, I'll be. Yeah, let's see. Teddy Ledger, he's just come back from Turkey. Nice to hear from you, Teddy. It's called getting old, Eddie. Now you're 60. Absolutely. So I'll say good night. I'll try and do a live stream on the main channel on Thursday night. Hopefully on time at 10 o'clock. Hopefully, anyway. But in the meantime, thanks for your advice, guys. Thanks for your concern and everything. It's great having you coming on here tonight. And what am I going to do now? I'm going to have a little bit to eat and a couple of beers and watch TV and just, as they say in Gone with the Wind, tomorrow is another day. Okay? Listen, guys. Cheers for that anyway. Have a lovely week and I'll see you soon. Cheers.